1,000 days, Mom stopped at sea.
Day 64, 25th of June. Time is flying.
What are you doing?
I'm cleaning our cast iron stove, which is old. I'm not sure how long we've had it, but it's always worked real good. It's real simple. It's beginning to rust from all the salt water that's getting on it. I'm going to build a cover over it to protect it. The burners work good, but the stove body itself is getting all rusty. So I've been knocking off the rust, scratching the rust. I'm wire brushing it and get it as clean as I can. Then I'll put some solvents on it and wash it with that, and then I'll paint it with some anti-rust paint and put a cover on it, and hopefully we can keep it from rusting up too fast. It's just one of the many jobs that we have to keep doing.
We just set the camera up to take a shot of the both of us.
So how did it work out?
Interesting, because the boat's leaning, because it's sailing like this, and so now the tripod's kind of crooked and the camera's kind of crooked and kind of balances out the lean, and then we have to tie the tripod to something so that just in case it shakes just a little bit, it doesn't go flying off. Everything is hard on a boat. Hello? Uh-oh, he faded away.
Call
I
him
think
back.
we have to call him back. What's his number? 605 minutes left. It is actually. It wasn't a dream that I had for a very long time until recently, but once I committed myself to doing the 1,000 Days project, I realized that it would be a pretty amazing event in my life, and right now it's definitely a dream come true. Okay, thanks, Paul.
Hi, Paul. the boat's going all the time, and the boat is sailing all the time. It's a lot of work for us to put the sails up and down, so we don't do it unless we have to. Sonia and I take turns. One of us goes down in the bed to sleep, and the other stays up in the pilot house and watches the boat, and then we just trade off. And then most of the day the boat's sailing along, and we're just doing our different little work and jobs around the boat, and the boat sails on course. Well, actually, we haven't yet, and I'm looking forward to it, but there was a lot of things for us to do upon departure to make the boat good at sea and to take care of everything. And then after we had the collision with the freighter, we were disabled. We were drifting for a month or more in the North Atlantic without the ability to go where we wanted to go. And if you looked closely at our course that we've sailed, at that period of time we didn't go anywhere. The current and the wind just moved us in some circles. Well, and then I was doing very difficult, complicated, heavy work, climbing up and down the masts and changing the rigging and doing steel work. And then some days it would be too windy and rough, and we couldn't do it, and there would be other things that we'd have to do. So finally I got the boat fixed and got the sails repaired and got things going again. And then there's other details to tend to, and actually I haven't even had time to even read a book at all. We're really just beginning. We've only been at sea a little over 70 days, and so we've got hundreds of days more to go. And the thing that I'm most concerned with right now is to take care of the boat and make the boat as seaworthy as possible and as good as possible, and to know the boat really well and to know what she wants under all the different conditions, to get all the systems taken care of, and then I'll have a little more time to spend more time doing art and yoga and relaxing and reading. And I know that time will come. There'll be a long passage across the Pacific Ocean, and then we'll have time to relax and do other things. Well, all we see is the water. The only thing that we can touch other than what's on the boat is the water. So really our life is living on the water without anything else that people are used to. We're just here on the water, floating on the water. And so that's our life right now. Well, we did see some turtles a few months ago. We saw some turtles pretty regularly, but we haven't seen any lately. Like I said, mostly it's just the wind and the waves, the ocean, the sky, and the clouds. There's surprisingly few fish to see, no birds, no ships. It's just always completely, totally empty. But it's always changing, and it's always beautiful, and in fact, it's really nice like this. Yeah, right. Way out in the middle of the ocean, I guess there's, not as many birds that can live out here, and not as many varieties of fish, and the water's so deep and it's so big. There's just not much out here. Oh yeah, we're out here, and we're enjoying it a lot. And there's also a lot of history out here. I mean, we're in an area where the first brave sailors from Portugal left Europe, and we're crossing the tracks where the slave ships sailed, and there's a lot of history here. Magellan, we crossed the track that Magellan sailed out on, and so we sort of feel those things. Yeah, there's a lot of history here, and we feel that too. Okay, well, we'll call again soon.